Okay, this is awkward occurrence with Hocus News, and we're going to be going over the Sandra Bland case, just reviewing it, looking over it. This is an article we're going to add to the video coverage. I just want to run through it right quick with everybody. This is about the new 39-second video. That new video just shows what it looks like from inside the car, which is kind of fishy to me. But the dude asked her to put out the cigarette, the cop did. In her car, he was about to give her a ticket. He had already written it, and instead of just giving her the ticket, he tries to open the door, and that's when, quick, fast, in a hurry, she somehow started recording. But we're just gonna look over this article. You guys can read it. I'm not really gonna read it all because I already know what it's about. They're just talking about the new video. Who was Sandra Bland? Miss Bland was visiting her family in Chicago over 4th of July 2015. She was planning on a new job in Texas, so she drove from Chicago all the way back to Texas in that car. Previously, she worked at some Cooks distributions. Anyway, she worked with some Cooks prison thing where they send plastic forks, plastic trays to prisons and jails. You can catch her on a YouTube video in the commercial she did for a YouTube video. Said she was getting paid $13.50 an hour. So let's just go over this. They told her to put out a cigarette, and the counter quickly escalated. He could have just gave her the ticket. He had no reason to ask her to put out a cigarette. He already written the ticket. Like, there's something funny about that whole interaction with the cigarette. And him already had a ticket written, and him asking her to put out the cigarette when he was just about to give her a ticket and go on his way. Something funny. Then how fast she whipped out the cell phone and was recording. You don't order nobody. Of course you can refuse. She didn't commit no crime. You can't order nobody out their car. Oh, yeah. You order nobody out their motherfucking car, no crime was committed. Nobody want to hear that. Anyway. That's when they're talking about she was found dead in a semi-standing position with a plastic can liner wrapped around. Somehow a plastic can liner so thin wrapped around her neck was able to hang her, right, at 916. Pronounced dead at 916. Yeah, we know what happened to the state trooper was told not to ever work in law enforcement again, and the charges of perjury was dropped because he lied. The vocal civil rights advocate 2 months before her death. Miss Bland was a vocal civil rights activist, advocate, where she really wasn't. 2 months before her death, she posted on Facebook, and that's all she did was post on Facebook. A video on Facebook in which she discussed police brutality. Black Lives Matter, there goes that hint that this may be a hoax. Miss Bland said to the camera, "They matter." In the news, they were seen late. You could stand there, surrender to cops, and still be killed, she continued. All that Hocus News back in 2015. Anyway, they said she had went to watch the movie Selma. After she watched Selma, January 2015, she began posting about being a black activist. Again, they talk about Freddie Gray, that bullshit case. And they talk about social media, about Sandra Bland, hashtag say her name. They talk about the Texas law called the Sandra Bland Act 2017, which requires all police officers to undergo training and de-escalating techniques, establishing protection for people in custody who have mental health, substance abuse issues, require all justice being dependent by, and yeah, you can read it yourself. What will happen now? They're trying to open the case again. Or really trying to open old wounds. I guess they want to bring Black Lives Matter back again and do some more of that bullshit ass, controlled ass opposition, protesting, and all that noise. This is what creeped me out. Mr. Bland's family members who agreed to a $1.9 million settlement in a wrongful death lawsuit are calling for a renewed investigation into her arrest and death nearly 4 years ago. Those calls have been echoed by prominent Texas politicians. Now, why would they win $1.9 million in a settlement when There's video of no one entering her cell to kill her. She killed herself, so why in the world would they be awarded $1.9 million? Doesn't make sense, does it, to give them $1.9 million in a suicide? And there's video of them checking her cell, and there's no video of anyone entering the cell and hanging her. Now, how do you hang yourself with a thin paper trash bag? So thin. And she was in a semi-cross position. Come on, so thin. That paper bag was so thin, yo. Okay, let's get on to the next video about this. Or on to the next article we're going to read. Okay, that's Sandra Bland case, which was in 2015. Okay, this Sandra Bland article is about the $500 bill she had that somehow she couldn't come up with. She was an administrative assistant with Cook Distribution, which distributes plasticware and trayware to prisons. And they say she made $13.50 an hour as an administrative assistant. And she had just got a new job in Texas at her alma mater, or at her previous school she went to or graduated from. But her parents had $500. Everybody had $500 she knew. But she stayed in jail for 3 days because of $500. And pretrial didn't let her out. And this is why it seemed like fake news. It doesn't add up. Nothing adds up. And this is an opinion article. Okay, bond and bail are among those murky jailhouse issues that many of us have the good fortune to not really have or ever had to need to understand. In the case of Sandra Bland, who authorities say killed herself 3 days after spending days in a jail at the incident that began with a simple failure to change lanes, July 10th, here has the bond bail system work. The court set a $5,000 bond that Bland could have provided would have been returned to her when she showed up for official proceedings. A second option was to pay a bail bondsman $500 to post a $5,000 bail for her. The $500 to the bail bondsman is non-refundable. Now y'all can read it while I talk. You telling me her parents who owned the house didn't have $500? Her parents' friends didn't have $500. She didn't have $500 in her debit card account. She didn't have $500 in her credit card account. She couldn't put her car up for collateral, although they towed her car. She could have got the money to get her car out of impound and put her car up for collateral. Her parents had collateral. Her friends had collateral. Somebody had $500. And they're talking about they was waiting to raise $500 to get her out. Somebody had $500. She made phone calls from the jail the first day, second day. So y'all continue to read. Y'all just read. Rewind and read if you need more. And she had traveled 1,000 miles from her Chicago home to start the following Monday at Prairie View A&M. And she was just coming back from Chicago from a reunion on July 4th, traveling 1,000 miles in a car back to Texas. She called all these people and they didn't have $500. Yeah, right. They had collateral to call a bail bondsman right away, like, yeah, get her out. And what, pretrial couldn't let her out on $500 for a traffic stop? Come on. Okay, that's the end of that. And pretrial couldn't let her out, right. $500. They'll let your ass out on a traffic stop like this. Somebody didn't have $500. They have $500. I don't want to hear that. I'm just going through this article for the video I'm about to upload about it.